Hey everybody, man, I hope everybody's doing great and your weeks are going good. I know we all have hectic things going on, but I hope this message finds you well. I just want to take a few moments and share with you some things that God is doing in our church and some things that I believe are going to help us take it to the next level of quality and ministry and worship here at North Star Church as far as the music team is concerned. God is doing great things. We're getting ready for the United service. There's just this huge buzz about the great things that God has in store. We are believing that He can do the impossible. That lives are going to be changed, that hearts are going to be changed, and that souls are going to be changed and come into a relationship of who God is. With that being said, our role as musicians, our roles as lead worshipers and background vocalists and assistant lead worshipers is to point the congregation to God, to create an awesome environment where people can experience God in a way that doesn't scare the mess out of them, but in a way that they realize that God is real and that He is here to meet with them. And so with that being said, here's where I'm going with this. On a weekly basis, we resource you guys. We send out MP3s, chord charts, and you usually get it 2 weeks out. Hey, and I know that life is busy. Life is hectic. I have a son, little boy right now, and man, I know every waking minute I can get, I want to spend with him and my wife and love on them. But like I said, we do get these chord charts and these MP3s 2 weeks out. We send you the resource. If you will go ahead and download that, get your chord chart, run over it. Every person who plays a chord type instrument or a notative type instrument needs to be getting the chord chart, as well as the MP3. Download the chord chart. If nothing else, it'll help you with arrangement and making notes. But first of all, like in your practice time, you need that chord chart to realize where the song is even going. And then the MP3 to help you with arrangements. I know at North Star, sometimes the arrangements don't go like the MP3, but we're trying to give you the best idea that we possibly can to resource you to be ready. So here's what we're asking. Get your resource 2 weeks out. Download it, and please just spend at least an hour to 2 hours each week in practice. I know that seems like a lot, but really, like, we all go home, sit down with the TV and turn it on, or Xbox or Netflix or Hulu or football, whatever it is, and we can give that an hour. But God has been so gracious to us in calling us and privileging us to do what we do for Him on a weekly basis. I don't think it's too much to ask that an hour to 2 hours each week we sit down with our chord chart, with our MP3s, and we just ask God to help us to be as prepared for His glory and for His name as we possibly can be. God has done so much for us. He's given us eternity in heaven. He's given us salvation, and He's given us a life lived with Him. It is the least we can do. It is our reasonable service, not only to present our bodies as a living sacrifice, as every Christian is, but as specifically a music team, it is our reasonable service to at least spend this time in the songs, learning and preparing as much as we can, as well as spending daily time with God, so that we can spiritually be prepared for what's going on Sunday. It's awesome to be as musically prepared as we can. That's a big step. But the other side of it is to be as spiritually prepared as we can. So if you're taking an hour to 2 hours each week, take an hour and a half to learn the song, and then take the next 30 minutes to get lost spiritually inside the song. Take out a pen and paper and write down ideas that the song is birthing in you, and any prayers or thoughts of worship that are going on inside of you. Take that time and just spend that with God. But we're asking that you do this every week. All right, so number one, We ask that you download your charts and your MP3s 2 weeks out and go ahead and spend an hour to 2 hours a week in that. Number 2, we are asking that you spend time spiritually praying and thinking through these songs. So as a worship team, Sundays, we are ready for what God has to do. And we are not only ready, but we are leading and at the forefront of what God is doing among His people on Sundays. I hope you guys have a great week. I hope we all join together for the glory of God to do this for Him and to see His name lifted high. See all you guys soon.